Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 26th of May 2017. So yesterday, market very quiet. We're running into the bank holiday weekend in the UK and also the observation of the Memorial Weekend in the US. All markets closed this coming Monday. The electronic sessions will be in play, but that's about it. So a long weekend ahead of us. Let's hope the glorious sunshine we've had in the UK remains whilst we go through this holiday weekend. So the market was sideways. You can see there was a buy signal, it wasn't filled, and then the market was sideways. I'm now going to fast forward because I sent out an email to say, look, this market's doing nothing. We only had a range of 37 points. And you can see there it's just sideways with a buy and a sell signal that had no momentum to fill either side. Sorry, didn't fill the buy side. Moved lower on the rumour that there had been an attempted assassination in Greece of the former president and the central banker, which I sent a note out, and you'll see all of a sudden the market just drops. And as I also said in my note, it's amazing how the market reacts to any sort of dignitary that has an attempted assassination by a terrorist, but it doesn't really matter when it's 22 individuals at a concert in Manchester. The market takes no notice, ignores it, and carries on regardless. As soon as it was confirmed that there were no deaths and injury to the chauffeur, I think, didn't read too much of it, didn't really take too much notice. One thing is for certain, they're going to try and bring the market back, and guess what? As we went through the evening, the market was sideways, and you'll see there I've just drawn on a couple of lines, came back and had a look, see what was going on. Market was more or less back to where it started, no surprise there. We had prices then trying to move higher, and you'll see the market also stuck at the 76% retracement. That was drawn in from the high down to the low, which then gave you a resistance area here. I will record a video on that and how to actually use it in your trading as well. It makes a massive difference in being able to predict where the market's likely to find resistance as well. And now you can see how quiet it's become. Really quiet here. Just tiny range over 25 minutes, and then just sideways, bit of a spike up there, and that was it. So let's have a look, see what the market's doing on the over. So the market is sideways to lower. Let me just remove these from yesterday, so no longer on the chart. So sideways to lower, probably better seen in the daily chart here. Get a good idea of what's going on in the background. So we've got some resistance with yesterday's high that needs to be taken out, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if they don't use the opportunity today to get back to the all-time high at 21,172. It's only the stock market, I think, at the moment that isn't back at the all-time high. And as I said to someone yesterday, it's nice to go into the holiday weekend knowing that the markets are all on the highs. It gives a certain comfort to all of the elite in the establishment, knowing that their investments are as sound as a pound when they should be falling out of bed. But that doesn't matter. As long as they've manipulated the market up to where they want it, that's all is that they're concerned about. And everything looks rosy for everybody when behind the scenes it is not the case. News-wise today, what have we got? Let's have a look. G7 meeting today. That's taking place. And what else have we got? Everything else is US. Is there anything out at 3 PM when the market's open? We just got the revised US consumer sentiment, and that's more or less forecast to come out exactly the same. And it's a holiday weekend, so don't expect too much this afternoon from the market, unless again something geopolitical, another attempt at assassination or whatever comes out of the blue. But there's no real news, economic news, to move the markets, and it wouldn't make any difference if there was, because the market's ignoring it at the moment anyway. On the pound for yesterday, we had a short signal and then we saw the market moving lower, and it's moved lower on the overnight as well. You can see there falling quite sharply, and again, sometimes you have to step back and look at the daily chart to get a better indication of what's going on. So some weakness in the background, and more importantly, you've got the pound closing below the 20 bar moving average at the moment as well, or trading below it. So a bit of weakness coming into this market. Notice also that it's been making lower highs as well each day. So there's a bit of weakness around at the moment. That's probably because according to some of the news this morning, that Corbyn has closed the gap to within 5 points according to the polls. We'll have to wait and see, but that's the reason for the weakness in the pound, the potential of May not winning the election as was predicted at the start when she pulled called I should say, the snap election. And news-wise, what have we got? Well, there's a bit of news there. I'm just talking about. We've got wrong one. We got FX chaos there, cracks lower on election confidence. The bubble that could break the world. Yes, we've got the biggest bubbles going on. No doubts about that. Again, there's a lot about this now on Zero Hedge. Not in the mainstream yet, but behind the scenes, everybody knows we've got massive bubbles everywhere. As markets hit record high, stock ownership is down, except for old and rich people. Certainly would be the case as well, and a lot of Trump voters as well. And this one is absolutely true. This is something that is going to happen. This happened in 2008. We've got the implied volatilities down in these lows as well. Certainly, trader terrified of moment everyone heads for the exits, and they will do one day. The manipulation is not sustainable in the long run. That's for sure. And finally, let's have a look at the implied volatility. Implied volatility up slightly on Thursday. Yeah, there we go. 813 for the implied volatility for yesterday, up from the low of 792. And of course, you're going to get that when you've got an attempted assassination of a former prime minister. No doubts about that. But again, in these lows, apart from if we look at this chart, just look here, you've got, ignoring the spike, you've got a very tight sideways move in option volatility. And I've never seen this in 20 odd years of uncovering this, where the market would trade like this. This spike is all the hoopla the other week when they wanted to impeach Trump, and they're still trying to pin his Russian connection on him. And that's all this was, and that's why they brought the market back, was when Comey was fired. But taking that outside of the equation, you can see the market is just stuck in this sideways range of volatility. And when it does break on a genuine reason, i.e. that the selling does overcome and everybody's going for the exits, then you will see the market move lower and the implied volatility move higher. So it's on its way, there's no doubts about that. Been here before, and if we just have a look at a 10-year chart as well, bring that in so you can actually see, we've got a situation here where in 2006, this is where we are now with the implied volatilities. We're actually way down in those lows, so you can see that you know what's going to follow. We get the rise in the implied volatilities as the market moves lower, and then in 2008 we had an explosion, and then the market losing 50%, and that's what you will get. We're way down in the lows here, and these lows are not sustainable. There is a big move to the downside coming this summer, no doubts about it whatsoever. Right, that will do it for today. Let's see if the market can manage to get to the all-time highs this afternoon before we have the holiday weekend. But like I say, it's all a temporary thing, because as night follows day, the implied volatility has always been a good indicator of what's coming down the line. And over 1994 I worked out this relationship, and it's never failed thus far. So the only thing you can't do is pinpoint the day when it's likely to drop. That just comes out of the blue, unfortunately, but at least we're aware that it is en route. Right, that's it. Have a great weekend. I will see you in the next market alert, which is probably going to be Wednesday because the market's closed on Monday. Tuesday will need to get sorted. I'll have a look on Tuesday morning, see if there's anything to discuss. Probably, actually, I will report in. There'll be a catch up from today and whatever events have happened over the weekend. So I will see you in Tuesday's market alert, just to keep you up to speed with what's going on. Right, that's it. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.